Hello? Can you hear me now? 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 Ugh, that's crazy. I was just talking for like 5 minutes. That's kind of insane. Thank you so much for that. So now I'm going to start over. Now I'm going to start over. Okay, so hello. My name is Asia. Welcome to My Thoughts No One Asked For, where I share my thoughts none of you fucking asked for, but I'm going to share them anyway. Okay? I'm redoing this intro because my mic wasn't on for the last 5 minutes. So but pretty much quick little week recap. Didn't do much. I was really just frustrated with work. I've been pushed to my limit with my job. I'm not going to lie. And it's not even that it takes so much energy out of me or that it's really like difficult. It's really not. The only thing that annoys me about it is that most of my time is taken up from like doing things that bring me joy by being at work. And it's like, as a creative person, I'm having a hard time like recently where I get off work from having and I have my work hat on, and now I'm home and I'm like trying to do creative stuff, and it's hard for me to like disconnect. Like that's very difficult, almost impossible a little bit, because it's just like I've just been at work for like 8 hours and I'm supposed to come home and like be creative. I'm supposed to like write scenes and film them. I'm supposed to like film things for my show. I'm supposed to be productive creatively. How the fuck am I how? How is that possible? And I know that it's not impossible, but like it feels that way. And so like the past week I've just been struggling every single day, forcing myself to get up and go to work because I'm like, okay, thankfully I have a job, thankfully it's not that difficult, but god damn. God damn, it's just like this will not be my life. It just motivates me, I guess, to just continue to push harder. So I'm about to get obnoxious with how much I promote myself on social media platforms. Like I already post clips every day on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, on all my main pages. I'm going to post my shit. I'm going to repost myself. I'm going to do a nasty amount of self promo because I'm very confident about my content. I'm very pleased with it. And I'm very excited for what I have like coming down the pipeline. So I'm not going to stop promoting myself until I find my people. So I'm going to continue to promote myself until I get there. Sorry. Hey, over here on TikTok, so yeah, just giving y'all a heads up for anybody that follows me everywhere. It's gonna get obnoxious. I'm sorry. Because I just cannot. This work thing, this job thing is really like not working. It's not working. So I mean, for now, I'm just kind of like using it to my advantage and just sticking through it. And it's just motivating me to push harder with my content because there's so much that I need to do. And just doing my show weekly right now is the bare minimum for me creatively. So it's time to up it. I've been working. Okay, we're back. Sorry, my frames dropped completely, but we're back. We're back. Um, so I've been prioritizing my mental health, right? Because if I don't do that, I'm fucked everywhere else. So, especially creatively. So, I've just been prioritizing my mental health and just trying to get everything right up here, and then everything else will follow. So, that's just been my priority lately, which is why I haven't been doing as much outside of the show as I've been wanting to, just because I'm just like, trying to work through a lot of internal shit, trying to like find the right medication so I can operate properly. So that's just me being like 100% transparent. So that's pretty much been my week. I have a concert tomorrow, so a Fago concert. I'm looking forward to that because his album was like really good. So I have to see that live. I have like an R&B concert coming up. I'm definitely trying to go to more concerts for sure. Trying to be out, more in the mix, in the creative mix. I'm gonna be doing more collaborations for my streams as well. So I have like a handful of people that I know that I would really love to have on here. So y'all will start seeing some more guests. I don't know if I want to do like maybe every 2 weeks have a guest, or maybe for like a month straight have a guest every week. Like do that maybe every other month or so. I'm not sure yet. But overall y'all are start seeing like some more faces on here. So that'll be nice. But anyways, moving right into the show. Let me just like quickly and anyone, please, like anyone who watches my streams who is like a nerd and you know a lot about computers and streaming, please, like, please hit me on Discord or DM me. Like, I'm begging you, please, because I've been struggling for like a few months now, and I've been like trying to troubleshoot shit on my own by what I see online. I'm struggling bad. So if you're a nerd and you love computers and all of this shit, please DM me, okay? Anyways, moving on. Anyone watching in the chat, feel free to give me your week recap as well, please. This is a very interactive show. Engage, pretty please. I'll apologize in advance if I have any technical difficulties. I'm keeping my eye on it, but I will, if I see my frames drop really low, I'll just give it a second. But I'm so sorry. Y'all know this shit gets me real rattled when this happens on my stream, but I'm not finna let that fuck anything up. Anyways, so let's finally start the show now. So I wanted to firstly I wanted to start off talking about, okay, so I'm 23. So oh, what's this comment say? Hello, how are you? Sorry, I'm bad English. Do you like react suggestions? No. I mean, well, yes, you can in Discord, but I have like topics already ready for stream right now. So I'm going to get into my topics. If you want to engage, if you can, that would be nice. But if you have any suggestions on topics or something you want me to react to, definitely hit that in Discord for sure. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Um, I wanted to start with this topic first. So I'm 23, right? So I feel like obviously coming from like friendships, having friendships in middle school or high school and even college, right? Now talking to my people who are out of college now, freshly out of college, um I want to open up a discussion about realistic expectations when it comes to friendship at this age, right? I feel like there is so much expected, like generally speaking. I feel like there's a lot that people expect of you when it comes to friendships at this age that can be a little bit unfair. Um Only because like as individuals we're all dealing with our own shit. And people who are like freshly out of college, you're now out of this new cool experience and you're stepping into real life now. You're stepping into adulthood. Like, hey, chosen one, Philip, you're stepping into adulthood and now it's time to like do something with this degree. Now you probably have to like address mental health issues that you've been ignoring. Now you have to maybe like, I don't know, you might be in a romantic relationship, you have to entertain that. You might have to balance family stuff. You might be planning on moving out. You might be living on your own now. You have to pay bills and just deal with all of this adult shit that is a lot. On top of just like learning your whatever your existence is as a human, trying to figure out your meaning on earth. Like, bro, there's a lot of internal shit that we all are trying to figure out. Mind you, and it's all of the same stuff. Like, we are all having the same exact experience. But I feel like people don't talk about how intense it really is and how that intense navigation through life can affect how you show up in your friendships. And I just think that certain things just are unfair. Um I think certain to expect certain things out of your friend as a young adult trying to figure out their place on this earth is like I just think I just think some things are unfair. Some things that I hear and expectations when I'm scrolling on TikTok of what requirements certain requirements people want for their friendships, right? I think when it comes to like that 22, 25 range specifically, like, please get off my dick. Like, please get off my dick. Like, and what I mean by that is like, don't be so fucking hard on me. Like, we're not little kids anymore where we don't have any bills, or we don't have a care in the world, we don't have any worries, no stress, no responsibilities. No, this is real life. And so at this in this age, like, so many things are hitting us at once that like the last thing that I need is for people to be placing expectations on me for how I need to show up in a relationship. Like, because you're so used to it being a certain way for years, right? When we've been kids. And now that we're adults and I'm like, moving differently, or certain things not flying with me no more, or I'm setting certain boundaries, or I'm not wanting to hang out with you that much. It's not personal. It's simply just life is literally lifing, and I just don't have the capacity for much. And so I think, again, specifically if you're in that like 22, 25 range, give your friends grace. Not too much grace, not all the grace in the world, but give them grace, especially if they're creative, especially if they have mental health issues or family problems or whatever. Like, I just think that you have to know your friends, and you have to be able to I don't want to say cater to them, but you have to be aware of what their strengths and weaknesses are. And you have to be able to find like a good happy medium to where it won't feel like it overwhelms either of you. Um and so yeah, I think people are so loud about what they want in a friendship and what they don't want in a friendship, and they're just so strict about what other people do, and I just don't think that's fair. I think we all deserve some grace, because we don't factor in what people deal with when they're not around us, when they're at home. Like, just existing is a very intense experience. So like, I don't need you bothering me about whatever the fuck it is that you expect out of me. Like, unless I'm being blatantly disrespectful or mean or nasty, then like, don't beat me down about me not wanting to hang out with you all the time or talk to you all the time. Like, holy fuck. Sorry, I'm trying to figure my life out. I don't want to sit around and talk to you. Sorry, I'm like battling a lot of shit mentally. Sorry. And if you think that I'm a bad friend for that, because I'm trying to live and trying to figure out what the fuck is going on in my life, then fuck off. I'm not going to explain anything to you. I'm not going to feel bad about it either, honestly. Like, people just, I don't hear enough people speak about that. So I thought about it just recently, and I wanted to just bring that up really quick. Um so another thing that I've been dealing with the past week, right, is this conversation around rekindling um friendships specifically, not really not really romantic relationships. I'll get to that in a second. Um but yeah, I feel like most people, especially like online, people are like, "Oh, I don't want to rekindle. Like, if we don't fuck with each other, we're never gonna be cool again," type shit. Um, and you know what? I don't necessarily think that that's a bad attitude to have. Honestly, like if you're done, you're done. Um, but however, for me personally, I can't say that I feel that way. I think most of the people, and it's not a lot, but most of the people that I have fallen out with or no longer speak to, um, most of the people I have fallen out with or no longer speak to, I would rekindle a friendship with them. I wouldn't, I don't hate them for life. Like, it's no, to me, I would say that it just, if it, I'm all about things aligning properly, right? So if it's like, if both parties are open to having a conversation, a productive adult conversation, I'm open to rekindling with pretty much anyone. There's not, unless I just feel like you're an absolute t- like fucking terrible human, then of course not. But if it's not something that's that deep, like I would always be open to it. I would never want to always initiate it. You know what I mean? I would only initiate it if I felt like it was right. But I don't know. I'm just not that person where it's just like, oh, I don't do no rekindling. I'll fuck you for life. I don't operate like that. I don't. I'm always open to it. Not with everyone now. Not with everybody. But I'm open to it. For sure. Like I don't just like walk around hating people forever. I don't know if y'all in the chat are like that too, but it just, cuz for me, I think like when it comes to rekindling like a friendship or whatever, I feel like w- what I don't want to do is like be stuck on why we fell out. Like I don't want to unpack that, especially if it's been a long time. I don't want to sit up here and unpack that entire situation. We clearly feel differently about it, so like let's just leave it alone. I think what would be more effective to, if you want to move forward, is for both of you to be able to acknowledge where you went wrong in the situation and to acknowledge the other person's hurt and feelings. Like for both of you to do the exact same thing, not just one or the other, but for both of you to acknowledge where you fucked up, acknowledge the other person's feelings, and just kind of move past it. I don't think when you rekindle something, it's really worth dwelling on the entire situation. Of course, depending on what it is. But I feel like generally speaking, I'm not about to sit up, if you sit up there and try to rehash the entire thing, it's just going to happen all over again. So I think if you know that you disagree on something, you should just disagree respectfully, but still acknowledge the other person's hurt or how you contributed to that and move forward. You know what I mean? But like, I'm never the person that's just gonna like sit up here and act like I hate you if we just grew apart or if we just wasn't meant to be cool. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and walk around and act like I hate you. I'm just not doing that. And a lot of people do that. And maybe because some people do actually hate the person, but I don't. It's just like it didn't work. It's cool. If we talked maybe in a couple years from now, I would speak to you, but I don't hate you. I don't hate you. I'm be open to rekindling, just like only for people who have like grown and done the work on themselves. If you haven't, then I'd rather not. But that's just me. Now, when we're talking about like romantic relationships or like a talking stage, right? And then like because I've been in a situation a few times where like a guy want to like still be cool with me or be my friend. This is the thing, like when it comes to if we were, it depends on how deep the situation is. I feel like for me, if if I don't think that you were a genuine person, like if I don't think that you were genuine with me, if I think that you were playing in my face and that you didn't really fuck with me for real, you wasted my time and you're like not a good you're not that good of a human, then no, I'm not going to want to be friends with you even after we stop dealing with each other. Why would I want to, if I don't even think that you were genuine with me when we were romantically involved, why would I want to be platonically involved with you? Get the fuck out of my face. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk to you. You know what I mean? But it's different if you're like dealing with somebody and you know that the feelings were genuine and everything was real, right? But it just didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? It just, for whatever reason. If I feel like, I'd be more open to being friends with that person. Not necessarily saying that I always will, but if it feels natural and important enough to me, like, okay, I don't want to lose this person, like, okay, I want to have this person in my life, then I will be friends with you. But people thinking that like you want to be friends with them after you've been like romantically involved with them for a while, why would I want to do that? Why would I want to do that? I'm sorry. So I just need you to know, if you decide to do with me romantically, don't think that like, oh, if it doesn't work out, then like you could still be cool with me and we could still be friendly. No. Fuck off. No, we're not. Absolutely not. Fuck. No. That's not, I'm so cool on that. We're not going to be friends. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to me, you kind of really only have one shot. I ain't gonna lie. You kind of really only have one shot, and if you fuck it up, you fuck it up. Sorry. Like, you kind of only really have one shot. If it don't work, no, we're not gonna be friends. No, we're not gonna be cool. Unless we were already friends before. But like, if you fuck up your one shot with me, I'm sorry. It's like on to the next. Like that whole like giving niggas multiple chances, like that's just no fun. Because with me, when you dealing with me, you know what you're gonna get. Like I'm when you deal with me, you either know you can handle me right away or you can't. So if you can't handle me now, why would I sit up here and be like, oh, okay, well maybe there's room for, us to possibly try this again in the future? No. Or for us to like be friends? No. Like you've had your chance already. I'm not going to sit up here and now be friends with you. You think I want to be your friend in the first place? Did we start talking every day as friends? Like what are we like, that shit is so weird to me. I don't like that. No. Why are people so backwards? I guess because like you still want to keep this person in your life to some capacity, but like that shit is so weird to me. Unless we have developed like a strong enough connection and bond that like we have a friendship as a foundation and I don't want to lose it, then of course. But if not, if we just getting to know each other and it don't work out, no, I don't want to be your friend. I actually never want to speak to you again, actually. I actually never want to see you again, to be honest. Like you're gonna be muted on everything and I'm actually gonna forget you exist. I'd prefer that. I don't I'm not gonna still be around you or still talk to you just to like please you or just because that's what you want. You want to have me around. Nah, that's not what I want. So, but yeah, that's for me personally. So that's why I'm like, I probably need to start warning niggas. Like I probably need to just start saying that pretty early on and be like, look, if this with me, If you're a man with me, it's either door A or door B. It's either we gonna be friends, strictly platonically, no funny business, or you're going to entertain me romantically. If you entertain me romantically and it don't work out, that's it. There's no more chances. There's no, oh, we could be friends, we could be cool, we could be fuck buddies. No, like, you're cooked. You're done. If it don't work out, bye. Never want to talk to you again. Like, and if we're friends and it works out, cool. But don't sit up here and try to be friends with me and then flirt with me one day and then try to, no. That's not happening either. It's either door A or B strictly. And anything outside of that, you get the boot. I'm not playing around with you niggas. And I gotta start being clear about that because, like, sometimes niggas will be cool with you for so long, they'll be a friend for so long that all of a sudden they remember that you're fine and they're like, oh, let me go after this. And it's like, you don't have to do that. You actually don't want me. You actually don't want anything to do with me. You're just bored. And you've been cool with me and flirting with me for a long time. So you just want to, like, see what I'm about, see what I'm talking about, but it's like, nah. It's not gonna work that way. Sorry. It never ends well. You don't want any parts in it. So niggas be trying to like niggas be trying to choose one thing and then wiggle their way out of it when it don't work to go to like jump in another title. So our like situationship didn't work, so you want to try to wiggle your way into being my friend. Like, no. That must stop. That must stop. That must stop in my life. Like, I need to start. I've started to be so direct lately, and it's been working very well. Like, hey, if we stop fucking with each other, we probably never gonna speak again. And that's not even me trying to be childish or anything. It's just like, what is the point? If originally when I started talking to you, I wanted to deal with you romantically, I didn't see you with no platonic eyes. I didn't see you platonically in any way. Why would I want to be friends with you after? That doesn't make sense. Stop, y'all. I'm not a backwards person. So people got to figure that out. You think you're a better friend or partner? That's such a good question. Do you think you're a better friend or partner? Hmm. I would probably say I'd probably say partner. I'd probably say I'm a better partner than a friend at the moment. Only because I think with most people, how do I word this in a way that makes sense? I have a really hard time with dealing with people in my life that like have expectations of me. And I feel like with friendships, like I talked about earlier, most people, they have, especially neurotypical people, they have these very strong restrictions on like what a friend can be and how they can exist and how often they should hear from you. And I'm physically incapable of meeting any standard that anyone sets for me in a friendship. I'm myself, and you either take it or you fucking leave it. I'm not whatever you want me to be, I'm not going to be there. Sorry. That's just I don't. Okay. My frames dropped. Are we back? Are we back? So sorry about that. Um yeah, I don't like living up to people's expectations in general. So let alone in a friendship. And so I think for me with friendships, that's the reason why I would be a better friend for like a very specific type of person. More so like someone who's very similar to me, like someone who's neurodivergent, someone who is a bit slightly antisocial, who's not super mixy in everyone's face. Like I'm a loner. I don't like loud places. I don't like being around a lot of people all the time. I'm just a different type of human. I don't like sitting talking on the phone all the time. My brain just functions differently. And so I would be a better friend for that type of person that understands who I am and accepts me, right? But I think generally speaking on a broad scale that's very difficult to find, and I don't personally feel like I've found enough people like that that I'm really, really close to. But I do know of people who are like that, right? I would say that I am a better partner because, at least in my experience, like for someone that I'm dealing with romantically, right? Naturally, well, I'm not going to say that they don't have expectations because some people do. But in my experience, if I'm dealing with someone who romantically, oh my god, frames dropped. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, dealing with someone romantically, like for me, it's easier because it's just one. It's just like one person, and like the thing I like about romantic relationships is like you get to dictate your own rhythm. I feel like you have more room to kind of DIY it, whereas friendships feel very generalized. Like certain people will have expectations for all of their friends, right? When they're all different people. Where in relationships, you and that person get to dictate however you want to flow. Y'all get to operate however you want to operate. Y'all talk however often you want to talk. And especially if that person understands you and they like you or they love you, right? They're going to truly accept you and how you operate, and it's a healthier balance to me, for me personally. um so I just think romantically, at least in my experience, I don't deal with those expectations, right? Like when you're able to get to know each other from scratch, so this person, your partner, knows what you're dealing with. They know what they're dealing with, so they can just choose to accept that, and you're just allowed to like be yourself, and that to me is less stressful, right? Where I'm dealing with a romantic partner that accepts me and and accepts who I am, and I can lean on them, cuz oftentimes in my experience, when if I've had issues in certain friendships, I'm always able to lean on a romantic partner that can hear me, that's there for me, that understands me. It's like a whole like different lens that they see me from, right? Whereas I feel like, you know, generally speaking, friendships, maybe not the right friendships, right? It can just be it can just be harder to juggle, I would say. Did I answer your question? Day inspiration. Did I answer your question? That's a good question. But yeah, I would say it might sound bad for me to say that I feel like I'm a better partner, but right now in my life, I do feel like I am. Only because I haven't found those friends that don't try to like have these very rigid expectations of me that feel overwhelming. But romantic partner for me, I feel like I'm a better romantic partner at the moment because I'm like, you accept me, I accept you. We're going along this journey for a ride. You're one person. You're not having any expectations of me, and you're just accepting me for who I am, and we're just like giving this thing a go. Like, and we're just experiencing each other at whatever pace we want to, and whatever our dynamic is works for us. That's how I would want all of my relationships in my life to function. But generally it's just not like that. In my experience, it's not always like that. Most relationships, like family, your relationship with your family or friends, is always very generalized, because it's like you have to be like, okay, well, you expect your family to function in this way, you expect all your best friends to function in this way. Hey, chat. um and with romantic relationships, it's just like this one person that you're having this individual experience with, and like you get to just do that. Whether it goes right or wrong, it's just like you get to just deal with that. And most of the time, that person usually is more acceptable of who you are just as an individual, and will just choose to deal with you or not. But if we're saying partner, someone who has chosen you, right? They'll choose to deal with you and everything that you come with, and make you fit into their life, instead of other people, your family or your close friends, who will just want you to just be a certain way for them, instead of just like accepting who you are, type thing. Anyway, I'm rambling, so I'm going to shut up now. So, moving on to my next topic. So this is something really odd that I've been witnessing the past like week, 2 weeks, because Love Island is on, but like public extreme hate or love. Um, I know that there's like this saying of like, oh, they'll hate you or they love you or whatever, and like just how fickle people can be and media can be, right? But I think that with social media, especially Twitter, there is this really unhealthy, um yes, Love Island is funded by the CIA. Absolutely. I agree. um you see it especially in stan culture, but I'm not even just stan culture. Mm. It's weird. Like, I've seen people be in love with certain people, right? And then immediately find a reason to hate them, and now they like intensely hate their guts. Like, it's like this large group of people that really, really, really love this person, this celebrity, and like they find one little thing to like now say that they're the worst person on the planet. It truly fucks my head up really bad because I'm just like, I see it happen so often, and I'm like, I thought y'all loved this person. And like the way people have this like such extreme, they either love you, like obsessed with you, or they absolutely fucking hate your guts. It's a bit scary because as a person who preaches about gray area and acknowledging nuance, it's a bit like extreme, and it's really concerning now talking about reality TV specifically, because I'm a reality TV junkie. And I truly believe that Love Island specifically, what season was that? That went absolutely crazy. Hold on. It was a USA season. Was it 6? Yeah. Love Island season 6 was the season that fucked a lot of shit up. Hold on. Yeah, it was 6. Okay. So, I truly feel like Love Island season 6 has borderline ruined the Love Island watching experience in general, and also probably just like dating shows in general. Um because during Love Island USA season 6, right? It got so big and so popular that like stan culture started to form in a very, very intense way. It was iconic for sure. It was a great season, but like we started to see stan culture creep into it in a really weird way, specifically amongst the women. It's always the women, mind you. The stan shit always it's always the girls where they try to um pin them against each other, usually by race, which is odd. So then you had either you were team Janae and fucking Serena. Either it was team Janae and Serena, and then Leah had her stan cult. When I tell you these niggas had Twitter comms and they wasn't even out of the villa yet. Like I'm talking full blown like stands that was going to bat for these absolute strangers. And like it was always like the stand culture always creeped in by way of division. It was so weird. That's why I find it so funny that Leah, Janae, and Serena all ended up being super cool, because there were people trying to like divide them and trying to cause unnecessary issues and beef based off some weird like fucking parasocial shit. You watch these people every day, you feel like you know them, and you're on Twitter trying to go bat for them. It's so weird. Season 7 I can't rewatch because the Stan Wars were awful. Oh my god, I'm going to get to season 7 in just a second, because that was the aftermath of it. So season 6 was like the start of this really weird parasocial shit that almost ruined the show. The only reason it didn't ruin the show is because, I mean, the show was just that good. It just genuinely was really good. And because the PPG ended up being cool towards, going towards the end, it was like there wasn't much for the audience to really combat with there. They couldn't break them up, so there was no way for them to really ruin the show because they ended up being cool. So y'all angle of trying to like cause drama didn't work. So season 6 just ended up being a very very good season, and they were able to escape, you know, the madness, right? It was still a very big show, it was still very popular, but I wouldn't say that the audience, I don't remember feeling like, damn, the audience ruined it. It felt intense for a minute, but it wasn't that bad. Season fucking 7, season 7 was honestly some of the most weirdest shit that I've ever experienced on social media. Do you see they hired an Etsy witch to, I didn't see that specifically, but I have seen them like trying to cancel Nick and bro, I'm about to get to that right now. Like the fact that Love Island literally, like, the next season is about to come on like this summer, and there are still full blown stan wars happening in 2026, and this show can't aired last year. There's full blown stan wars, people making group chats trying to cancel people, calling people crazy out their names. You had black women defending Huda, laughing at some weirdo calling Olandria the N-word on a phone call. You had black women defending her because of some stan shit. Like, seriously, I have to remind myself that social media isn't real life, but it baffles me that there's like real people behind all of this that are operating in this manner. It's really concerning. Like, what's like, it's like, it genuinely baffles me. The audience ruined it. I literally had to delete TikTok because season 7 was so toxic. Season 7 was so toxic. And I get it. It started off with Miss Girl who got caught saying the N-word. Cool. Like, she kind of ruined that for herself. But it just got, it was even after that, right? Even after they had, taken her off the show, we laughed about it, we moved on. And then it was enjoyable for a little while. And then, because I even remember when the Huda stuff started happening, like, looking back, did I love Huda on that season? No. But there were many times throughout the season where I watched it how I was supposed to, right? Huda took me through a roller coaster. I didn't necessarily watch every single episode and be like, I absolutely hate Huda. She's a terrible human. Or I absolutely love her. I'm obsessed with her. I didn't have those very extreme feelings during watching the show. For some reason, these new Love Island watchers who are like obsessed with Twitter and stan culture, they're very extreme right or left when it comes to like how they feel about these people on these shows. And it's like, can you fucking literally it's like what, 4 episodes that drop a week? Can you just watch the show and like analyze it on a very general scale instead of like trying to psychoanalyze this individual and like fully back them and make a whole page and Twitter com dedicated to them and defend them after every little thing they do, because that is the other issue. Something will happen early in the season and they'll cling to it and they'll create a narrative and then now they'll defend that person for the rest of the season even if they do something worth calling out for. It's just like it's so extreme. And I just don't understand why people can't just enjoy the show like normal people. And so season 7 was so toxic. Not even just during, but the aftermath of season 7 truly was like not healthy. Like, even when they were out, by the time they were out the villa, I kind of felt like bad for them in a way because, like, yeah, this fame and stuff is cool for them or whatever, but like, these people online are serious sickos and they're like so weird and obsessive. And I think we're watching stan culture creep into these reality TV shows, specifically competition shows, um, to where it can get really intense for no reason. And we have all these shows coming out giving these like anti-bullying statements because their audience are so fucking intense. And I notice a difference because I'm a reality TV junkie. I notice a difference between like reality TV like Bravo versus the competition shows like Big Brother, Traders, or even Love Island, or yeah, not much so Love is Blind, but more so Love Island. It seems I could be totally wrong, but it seems like with like even the Bravo audience that they just deal with whatever it is that they get, right? You're reacting to whatever it is that you're watching. You're not really trying to go up and dig stuff. You're not doing too much weird, obsessive, messy shit. It's just more so like this episode, this is how I feel about this episode, this is how I feel about this person. It feels like a normal way to watch a show. The audience, I guess, is maybe older, more mature. I don't know. But the Bravo audience seems like a bit more healthy audience as far as like they're dealing with what they get, and that's that. When it comes to these other shows, the Big Brother, the Traders, Love Island specifically, it's not just they're dealing with what they get. It's like no, they're going to dig for stuff and like they're psychoanalyzing this person. And I understand it's different because these are more episodes that we're consuming at a quicker rate. However, it's just like I think that is what has caused this like weird parasocial thing where we're watching this person every day. You can literally log on to Big Brother and like watch feeds and watch what they're doing 24/7. Like I think that maybe watching reality TV too consistently, watching too much of it, or getting too many episodes at once can just make you, I don't know, can just make certain people just be way too immersed into the shit in a very, very unhealthy way. And I think eventually it'll ruin the reality TV experience as far as the competitions. the competition shows specifically, or at least Love Island. I think this year of Love Island, I think it's gonna be bad. Not the show itself, but like I think the audience is going to it's gonna be bad. Because I'm even noticing now with Love Island UK, the recent season of Love Island UK, it's just so many extreme opinions. It's like we either really hate Lucinda, or we really love her, or we really hate Whitney, or we really love her, or we hate Scott, or we love him, or it's just kind of like, God damn, can multiple things be true at once? Is Lucinda good TV? Sure. Does she play stupid and is she calculated? Yes. But sometimes, does she have a valid perspective and point, and is she right sometimes? Yes. Can Sammy is Sammy mean? I don't necessarily think that she's mean. I just think she has a stern attitude. But do I think that she has been wrong at certain times? Absolutely. Do I think that she has been right in certain times? Absolutely. Do I think that Whitney has been wrong at certain times? Absolutely. Do I think she's been right in certain times? Yes. Like, instead of just jumping onto people and standing them for the entire season, I'm watching it episode by episode, situation by situation, analyzing it, and I'm like pointing out the nuance in it. I don't understand why I don't know if it's the new Love Island watchers. I don't know who it is. But y'all are watching this show so fucking wrong, and y'all making like bringing stan culture into Love Island is terrible. Like, I'm watching the show being ruined right in front of me by people who are just obsessed with standing strangers. It's so odd. Like, just watch the show like a normal fucking person and don't fuck it up for everyone else, please. Like, cause I enjoy going on Twitter because I'm like, oh, I want to see like what people think of this episode, or see whatever funny memes or videos people have. That's when I want to see when I go on Twitter or on TikTok. I don't want to see these full blown, oh, fuck this person, he's terrible, she's this, it's just like, oh my God. Like, please. It's so insufferable. I'm over it. And as a reality TV junkie, it's something that just makes me sad, honestly, because I'm just like, ain't no way. Ain't no way y'all are acting like this over this goddamn show. Tighten up. Please tighten up. I need everyone to tighten up. So anyway, sorry, that was a very niche topic, but I just wanted to go ahead and talk about that. And like I said, I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it right now. Love Island won't air for another few months. I'm calling it right now. This year, it's gonna be even worse. The audience just doesn't know how to, like, I don't know what's going on. Social media, I'm telling you, every week I just have this like realization that I need to just like get off social media for like a certain period of time. It's hard because obviously I do content, so it's so difficult for me to do, but there's so many like toxic things with social media that's like so frustrating. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm done yapping today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please tune in next week and the week after that and the week after that. I have a lot of things headed your way. Please subscribe to My Thoughts on My Acts for YouTube. That is where the full episodes will be uploaded, as far as segments if you're not a long form content watcher. Clips posted every single day on It's Your Girl Asia Clips. And I will be here next Thursday, of course. Next Thursday at 7, be here. Okay? Um, and yeah, I will see you guys next time.